Hey class, welcome back. We've been talking about population growth, and we said that populations grow because individuals reproduce, but also because fewer individuals might die or individuals might immigrate to a population. And we can think of population growth in terms of a model. That is, we can project what a population might look like in the future by putting these processes into a model and adding them up. And that much we covered with examples on whales and other populations. But what we want to do is look at a more realistic version of that model that accounts for the fact that organisms don't reproduce forever. There's a limit ultimately. And so we're going to compare the assumptions of an exponential model of population growth, which is the one we've worked with, and a logistic model of population growth. So why is it that I'm saying populations stop growing? What is it about organisms that prevents them from reproducing with unlimited potential? Well, again, as always, I like to look at things through a case study, so let's take a look at what we see here. And let me ask you, what do you see here? Well, you might think, well, I see a tree, but that's not what I'm talking about. You might say, I see a shoreline with a building. That's not what I'm talking about either. What I'm talking about are these little weird circles here. They kind of look like crop circles, right, in this lake. And if you blow up one of those and you say, like, what's going on in there, you'll see. Oh, maybe I don't have a picture blowing up one of those. That's a bummer. When you see what's inside there is a little bluegill, a little fish inside there. And John Magnuson from the University of Wisconsin realized that this was an important aspect of the bluegill's biology. Bluegills, when they go to reproduce, will form these little areas, these little clear areas. Males will defend these areas. Females will come to the area, lay her eggs, and then males will inseminate those eggs, fertilize the eggs. And so that's how reproduction happens. Males create an area where females can lay their eggs, and they attract females to this site. Now, of course, if you are a male looking to fertilize a female's eggs, it's in your best interest to ensure that no other male gets access to this area, that you're the only male that can fertilize the eggs of that female. And so if you look around, you see, there's one male here, there's another male there, there's another male here. There's about one male for every one of these circles, and they may overlap for a brief period of time, but then the male in the circle, the dominant male, will chase the other male out. And so the only way to reproduce is to be successful enough to defend one of these little areas where females will come and lay their eggs, so that when they do, you can fertilize them. Now, it doesn't sound like a great life, but that's what bluegills do. That's how they reproduce. And in doing so, what Magnuson recognizes that, look, there's only a limited amount of space in this lake. You can't have these circles forever. In fact, the circles don't really go out that far. They're on the edge. And you could probably come up with a hypothesis or two about why they might be on the edge. Why don't you take a minute and think about that?